Tai's governorate has been under siege for years. People went out to call upon all concerned authorities and bodies to lift the Houthi siege. The truce called for warring parties to reopen the main roads in the city. More details are in the following report.
In Taiz, dozens of citizens carried out a protest to denounce the continued siege of Taiz by the Houthi militia for 8 years in a row. In the protest, which was carried out in Aqabat Munayf, the protesters demanded the United Nations to lift the siege on Taiz and open the main roads linking it to the neighboring governorates of Aden, Ib, and Al-Hudaydah, in an attempt to implement the terms of the international truce, which was announced in early April.
We call on the United Nations to stop ignoring this disaster that millions of Yemenis are going through in Taiz, and the immediate implementation of its pledge to reopen the city. They also have to start a process to rescue the citizens who are deprived of aid for years. We call on the international organizations to intervene and impose measures on Houthis to unblock the siege of Taiz.
Yemenis demand an end to the Houthi siege of Taiz as part of peace plans. As a result, residents of the sieged southern Yemen city of Taiz and human rights activists said the Houthis should stop their military operations and continued shelling of the city. Moreover, Taiz residents claim too much focus has been placed on easing restrictions in Houthi-controlled areas without including the Houthi siege as one of the peace conditions.
For 7 years, we are stuck and trapped on roads. We have injuries, patients and children. However, we cannot cross 5 minutes roads to help them. And instead of this, we take our cars to cross the road. This is in case we arrive safely. Therefore, we call on the United Nations and the United Nations envoy to intervene and force the Houthi militia to unblock the siege as they promised us.
Tai's siege doesn't seem to have an end anytime soon, and the suffering of citizens is exacerbating day after day. However, this protest has brought attention back to Yemen's third largest city that's still reeling from war, and its people are struggling to heal.